All right, class 10. Now, this is a very, very important topic, regulation of urine output, right? Regulation of urine output. That means what is the reason behind excreting out a fixed almost fixed volume of urine, right? It is already I have told you that it is somewhat like 200 to 400 ml per time, and in a day it should be like 1.5 liters a day, right? It may vary with your diet and the seasons. I have already told you that, right? The thing is, this is a very important flow chart to tell you the role of ADH, that is antidiuretic hormone, right children? If you can see, let me choose a color here. Red. Okay. If you can see here, it is ADH I have written here, right? And what you have to see is that this ADH is released from the posterior lobe of pituitary, right? Posterior lobe of pituitary. When you will be studying endocrine system, at that time you will come to know that pituitary gland has different lobes. One is slightly at the back side, and that's why you call it posterior lobe. It is important because it releases a hormone, ADH, antidiuretic hormone. Antidiuretic hormone is also known as vasopressin. Let me write it here: VASOPRESSIN, vasopressin, right here. Let me clear the screen. So ADH or vasopressin is released by posterior lobe of pituitary. Now what does it do? Since the name is antidiuretic hormone, you should be understanding what is meant by diuresis and what is meant by antidiuresis, right? Diuresis is a condition in the body when the body tends to lose much water. Never mind for what reason, due to what reason this water is actually excreted out much in the form of urine. It is not reabsorbed in the body. Much water is not reabsorbed in the body and it is lost through the urine output. This condition, when much of water is lost in the form of urine, it is known as diuresis. And this condition is not, general, it is not usual. Basically, the condition arises because of, if you have consumed any such thing, or you are facing a kind of seasonal variation, and if you have consumed something like coffee or tea or beverages or sometime alcohol, right? These all are diuretics. Why? Because these are the substances which when consumed actually bring about that loss of water in the form of urine. That means frequent urination will be there and you will be losing much water through urine, right? This condition of losing much water through urine is known as diuresis, and the substances due to which such condition arises, you will call them diuretics. I have given you the examples for diuretics. And antidiuretic means anything that can help conserving water in the body. Any such thing, any such hormone or any such chemical which can help to reabsorb much of water and not allow it to be lost through urine. So since it is working against diuresis, you will call it antidiuresis, right? So that's why the name vasopressin is also known as antidiuresis here. Why? Because it helps in reabsorbing maximum of water in the body. So it helps in retaining water back in the body, thereby allowing less water to be excreted out in the form of urine. Right, children? Now you come to this flow chart. I have made a connection between pituitary gland and the body fluids. Body fluids, I'm trying to I'm trying to say that we are talking about the blood concentration. That means in the blood how much of percentage of water is there and how much of salts are there, right? So when we see that, if you see that I have drawn two arrows, right? I have made a connection between the body fluids and the pituitary gland. Now, body fluids and pituitary gland, how can they be connected? How can they communicate with each other? So, for this reason, if you see that I have made a double-headed arrow and I have written here osmoreceptors. Now, children, osmoreceptors, osmo means water, and receptors are the cells, right? So, the cells in the body, these cells are present in the lining of arteries and veins. These can sense the concentration of water in blood. So, these osmoreceptors will be identifying whether the blood is hypotonic, that means whether the blood contains more of water, or the blood is hypertonic, it is not having much water. Both the conditions are actually sensed by these osmoreceptors, and this message of having more water or less water, whatever it may be, this message is sent to pituitary. Right, children? So when the message is sent to pituitary, what you have to see is I've written here at two places, negative feedback and positive feedback. Negative feedback is sent to pituitary to stop something when you don't want anything to be secreted from pituitary, right? When you already have the things in bulk, you don't want any more to be retained. That's why you send a negative feedback that okay, we don't need this much of hormone anymore, right? This is negative feedback to stop the secretion, and positive feedback is sent to start the secretion. Now you understand that when these osmoreceptors realize that okay, the blood is actually hypotonic, the water concentration is much, right? So in that case, you need not to retain, you don't want to retain more water in the body, because already the blood is hypotonic. You actually have to eliminate extra water. So will you be needing that ADH at that time? No, because if you have this ADH secreted at that time, already your blood is hypotonic, then you will have ADH, it will reabsorb more of water. So this is something which will be retaining more and more water in the body, but this doesn't happen normally. Why? Because we have a mechanism. We have a mechanism that when we have a hypotonic blood, we don't need much water to be retained, so we don't need this ADH, because if it is present there, it will be reabsorbing water. And as of now, for hypotonicity of blood, we don't need more water to be there. That's why the osmoreceptors send a negative feedback to pituitary not to secrete, just see across here, not to secrete ADH, right? But on the other hand, when these osmoreceptors realize that okay, water concentration in the blood is going down, the blood is becoming hypertonic, salts are more and water is less, in that case you will be wanting more water to be retained in the body. Why? Because you want your blood to be normal, not hypertonic. So you have to add water. From where you will be adding it? You have to reabsorb it through the kidney, right? And for that purpose, who will reabsorb water? ADH. And to get the ADH secreted, what you have to do? You have to send a positive feedback to posterior lobe of pituitary, so that ADH is secreted at that time to reabsorb more water, so that the osmolarity, the osmotic concentration of blood is maintained. Right, children? I hope this much is clear to you. And if you have any issues, please message me. I will be more than happier to explain you again. Right, children? Thank you for now.